What's up everyone? Alex here. Don't you just love it that JRPGs are getting demos these days? Which reminds me, the demo for Monark just got released on the PS4, PS5, and Nintendo Switch, and in this video, I'm gonna give you my first impressions of the game. What's really cool about this demo is that the save data will carry over to the full game, so whether you pre-ordered the game already or you're still on the fence, your progress in the demo will transfer over, so you can experience Monark much earlier. The demo lets you play through the prologue and the entirety of Chapter 1, which is a little over 2 hours if you love meandering through games like me. The footage that you're seeing right now is from the Nintendo Switch version of the game. One of the biggest questions I had coming into Monark was how battles would play out. Thankfully, I got to experience it for a short time after starting the demo up, and I can confirm that it is indeed a turn-based tactical game. It's not grid-based like Fire Emblem, but more like Caligula Effect or Valkyria Chronicles, where you have a small battlefield and enemies lurking around literal corners and such. I've mentioned before that I typically don't like turn-based tactical combat due to how long the battles take, but I certainly didn't mind it in the very few times I've encountered it in the demo. This is partially due to how much direct control you have over your party. You can use the left stick to move your character within their movement range, and you can press the A button at any time to invoke commands. The best strategy seems to be to position characters close to other party members to trigger assists, and the kinds of strategies that this potentially opens up seems exciting to me. One cool thing that you can do is you can opt for one character to pass their turn to another character who's already had their turn, allowing for some interesting situations. Turns alternate between the party and the enemies, so you won't have to worry about enemies taking turns while you're setting your party up. Since the Monarch team consists of developers who worked on Shin Megami Tensei, this game does have that one quirk where if your main character dies in battle, it's game over. Given how the game does feature tactical combat and how it feels like Shin Megami Tensei, this then made me wonder if the game would feature dungeons. In lieu of traditional dungeons where you face enemies on occasion, the dungeons, quote-unquote, in the demo, instead consist of puzzles you have to solve. For instance, the first dungeon had you figure out the fate of a particular person in order to fully explore the area, which required you to explore the whole floor and read notes and text scattered about. But that's not all though. While you're exploring these deadly, mist-filled areas, you will be prone to madness, which ticks ever so slowly upwards. If you suffer from 100% madness, you'll be sent back to the infirmary and you'll have to make your way to the floor again. Time will tell if solving puzzles is a worthwhile substitute for actual dungeoning, but I will say that I was initially confused as to what the game actually wanted me to do to progress, so I hope this knowledge will help you along. During the demo, you'll be able to spend Spirit, which serves as both currency to buy new abilities as well as buy consumable items. As such, Spirit is shared across your entire party, so you'll have to be very careful how you spend it. Before I got my third party member, I had spent all of my Spirit on buying abilities for my other two party members, and when I finally got said party member, that was a big oops moment since I'd run out of Spirit, so don't commit the same mistake as I did. Outside of that, I wasn't bothered that the game wasn't impressing me graphically, particularly because I was eager to find out what the mystery is behind the world. That being said, the pacing of the game at the beginning is quite slow, and very much focused on doling out bits of info about the world, much like other JRPGs of its ilk. I am puzzled by the choice of changing the reference to the 7 deadly sins to desires in your ego, but this is a small quibble. I am, however, impressed that the entire main story is voice acted in both English and Japanese, and Vanitas' wordplay, both alliteration and rhyming, really entertained me.
Power is not a present to be provided. Pacify your predicament personally.
Either way, I highly recommend checking out Monarch's demo to experience what it's trying to do. Again, it's available on PS4, PS5, and Switch, and is now available for pre-order digitally. Pre-ordering the Digital Deluxe Edition will net you some collab items from the Caligula Effect 2 and Crystar. Monark releases on February 22nd on PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Have you played the demo for Monark? What did you think of it? Post your thoughts in the comments below and let's talk about it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.